All right, you guys, so today we're going to be discussing and reviewing my newest bag, the Louis Vuitton Multicolor Speedy 30, and just the multicolor collection in general. Interested to learn more? Stay tuned. Hello everyone and welcome. If you're new to my channel, my name is Caleb, and on here you're going to find a lot of exciting things like luxury shopping, reveals, reviews, and unboxings, luxury travel, daily vlogs, pretty much anything that has to do with life and style, you're going to find right here on this channel. So before we go any further, do yourself a favor, hit subscribe down below and turn on the bell icon so that way you're notified when I post new content every Wednesday and Sunday morning at 10 a.m. Central Time. If you don't already follow me over on Instagram, do yourself a favor again and find me, caleb.snell.designer. Same name over on TikTok. All right, you guys, so as promised, I'm going to be reviewing my Speedy 30, but before we get into that, a few of you did ask for a little bit of insight, a little bit of history into the Louis Vuitton Multicolor collection, and who am I to say no? I will share with you my information or what I know of the collection. Louis Vuitton was under Marc Jacobs' creative direction in the very early aughts, and he teamed up with Takashi Murakami, the Japanese artist, to reinvigorate the line's heritage with their monogram, and hence one of the most gorgeous It Girl collections ever created was bestowed upon us. Thank you, Takashi and Mark. So with this collection, you had two different colorways. I have the Noir, which is going to be the black background with the 33 different colors. These colors could range anywhere from like raspberry, chartreuse, navy, white, olive, pink, purple, blue, you name it. It's on here and it's absolutely stunning. Or you could get the reverse option, which was the Blanc, with the, again, 33 colors, but instead of the lone white LV on the Blanc, it's black. On the Blanc, it's black. Say that 5 times fast. This collection was originally, they came up with the idea in 2002, and this was for the 2003 Spring Summer Runway collection, and it took off. It was a huge success. What was only supposed to be like a limited edition run, like maybe for 1 year, ended up being around until 2015. They finally retired the collection right before Nicolas Ghesquière took over for Marc Jacobs. Isn't that so cool that it was that big of a hit that it was around for 12 years? Math. I'm getting better at it. So not only did Takashi Murakami bestow us with the gorgeous multicolor, we also had cerise. We had one of my favorites, monogramouflage. Those are so cute. I literally have never seen one in person, but it's kind of on the back burner of my wish list. We also had the mocha hands, the LV hands. If I were ever to get a Neverfull, it would be that one. So cool. We had Cosmic Blossom. I said cerises. I think I'm missing one. Panda. The Panda, which is so stinking cute. There's a hard-sided case with the panda painted on it, and it is, I would love to have one, but I think chances are very slim. Anyway, so here we are, 2022. The collection is now kind of coming back into status again. The prices are definitely going up, so snag it while you can if you want it. I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I think I paid like $16 for this bag, $16.40 before tax, and already they're like $18, $2,000. I think Rebag has them at over $3,000 now. They're going back up in price again, which is astronomically crazy, so snag them while you can. The Maryland though, I think I bought this one. Mine is in pretty good condition. I think I found this one for like 11 or 12, or maybe 9. Between 9 and 12. Regardless, buy them while you can. So here we are 22 years later, and how has the collection held up? Honestly, in some instances, not very well. So a lot of them are like covered in vachetta. As you can tell with the Maryland, you have the vachetta strap, the vachetta over the flap, vachetta in the corners, the piping. It is everywhere, and mine does have a few spots. I can count 4 just on the front alone. And the way that the brass bits kind of tarnish, they can stain the vachetta underneath as well, which is kind of a bummer. So you just have to be mindful when you're storing it, make sure that the chains aren't really touching the vachetta too much. But with the Speedies, because they have these big metal corners, they're generally kind of banged up. Not gonna lie. Even at your $2,000, $3,000 price point, there are gonna be some scratches. So if that's something you can't get over, maybe the multicolor Speedy 30 is not for you. I said what I said. Anyway, so with the multicolor collection, you had, of course, Maryland and Speedy 30. You could also get the mini HL, the little micro Speedy. You could get the Speedy 40. There was Priscilla, which was really cute. Rita, I love the Rita with the curved top. That one's really cool. Anyway, so no matter what kind of style that you personally have, whether you want handheld, crossbody, over the shoulder, there is a multicolor bag for you. Trust me, they're out there. Now, let's get into the Speedy 30. All right, so when it comes to dimensions of the Speedy 30, it's not the biggest bag in the world. I mean, we've all seen a Speedy 30, so it's not going to be any surprise, of course. But with the dimensions, you have 1.25 inches across the bottom. You have 10.25 inches high, 7 inches deep, and then about a 4-inch strap drop. For someone my size, I'm not exactly getting this on the crook of my arm. So on the front, you do have this cute little pocket, which is going to be opened with this S-hook. I mean, could you really put a lot in there these days? Not really. Maybe back in the day, your pink Motorola Razr could fit in there. So you can get that in there, and then to open it, which is kind of cool, this is my favorite part of the bag, you have another S-lock with the zipper pull. So the interior opens up to pretty much just a classic Speedy interior, which is just a dark hole. So you'll have one slip pocket on the inside, and that's where you're going to find your date code. It'll be right off here to the right. Mine just happens to have the paperwork in it still. And then there's enough room in here. I'll show you guys what all I carry here in a moment, so no worries. And the interior is done in an Alcantara. So if you have the black multicolor, I think your interior is kind of like a drab, almost like a brownish gray Alcantara interior. If you have the Blanc, you have a really cute raspberry lining. However, be advised, the raspberry lining is prone to bleeding through the canvas. So in some of the older kind of first run bags, you'll see kind of a reddish orangey, almost like iodine. If you have like iodine dry on your skin, it looks like that along the seams of the bag, and it's just the lining bleeding through. I did hear, I think Danny O commented on my last video, so I'll link it down below for you guys, that there is an artist who can repaint them, and she does a pretty good job. So I hear she's booked up for a few years though, which is kind of a bummer. Maybe I should book mine now, so that way if I need any touch-ups, I'll have my schedule open, my availability. Now, before we go any further, during my unboxing, I mentioned that I purchased a base shaper. You guys, it doesn't fit. It does not fit. So it is marked for a Speedy 30, and I think on a normal Speedy 30, it might fit. But because you have these rigid brass corners, it's not going to allow for much space for the base shaper to kind of like mold into the bottom of the bag. So unfortunately, it's not it. Because it's so much smaller than a Speedy 40, and I'm not really carrying as much as I used to, the bottom's really not sagging at all anyway, which is amazing in my mind because, like I said, don't hate me, I said what I said, I'm not the biggest fan of saggy Speedies. I know, I'm crazy. Overall, it doesn't look very saggy. Now, could you do like a soft bag insert? Absolutely. They're not necessarily my style, so I don't really think that I'd ever really use one unless someone, you know, wants to gift me one. Looking at you, big companies. I'll do a review. They're not necessarily my style. I don't carry that much. I don't need all the pockets, and I would just end up losing stuff. I lose stuff as it is, so I don't need more pockets to lose stuff in. The other day, I found 60 bucks in a Balenciaga wallet I hadn't used in a few weeks. Surprise! I think I spent it at Target on groceries that week. Anyway, all right, so enough of my rambling. Let's take a look and see what fits inside. All right, you guys, so let's take a look and see what all can fit inside the Speedy 30. Now, as you can see up close, the front pocket, not terribly usable, and the interior space is literally just a pretty typical dark hole of a Speedy. You do have a slip pocket back here, which you really couldn't fit the larger phones, but if you have a smaller phone, you absolutely could. Now, when you're looking to check the day code, it's going to be in this corner of the pocket right here on the back side, just stamped into the Alcantara. Now, with this bag, it's smaller, so I'm not going to be carrying a whole lot, but I can get my Chanel shades in there. Well, actually the Versace. These are actually the case for my real glasses, but anyway, that fits right in there in the corner. And then I want to put my gum in next, just so that way I can get this part of the plastic not facing my small leather goods. So we'll put that back in the back, facing towards the back. Next up, we'll get the Posh Toilette 15 in there. And my Balenciaga Plat Monet. This just holds my headphones. It's nice to have them not all wound up and tangled onto everything, which is great. So we'll slip that in there. Next up, we'll do my Tigerama fuchsia card case. I love this thing, and it matches perfectly with the pinks on the front. Unfortunately, it does have a silver zipper, but what can you do? I am looking for some good recommendations on multicolor wallets and card holders, so drop those down in the comments if you guys have like any, you know, ones that you love more than the others. I'd love to hear more about the SLGs because obviously I need to have a collection now of multicolor, so we'll slip this in. And then last but not least, let's get our phone in, and of course we still have our keys there, but this is the old tester phone for this channel, so we'll slide that right in there. And our Prada 6-key holder. Is this bag absolutely huge? No, not really, but it could hold quite a bit and still have room to spare. And then to zip it up, super easy, just slide it across, put it into the lock, and you're good to go. All right, you guys, so that is an in-depth look at the Speedy 30 in multicolor. Is it a fabulous bag? Absolutely. Is it worth its price? Every penny. I absolutely love this bag. I carried it for a full week. Yes, it is absolutely heavy. So you are gonna get a bit of a workout. I'm probably gonna be pretty jacked if I carry this bag, you know, a little bit more. Overall, I really love it. I would give it 9.8 stars out of 10. I don't know, I'll give it all 10 stars. I absolutely love it. It's a gorgeous bag. I've always wanted one, and I still can't believe that I'm holding it in my hands right now. This is so crazy. This has been like one of my holy grail, like top 10 bags on my wish list ever since I was a little guy, and now I have one. So there you go. And I think I want the white one too. I'm kind of in a toss-up between the Alma GM or a Speedy 30 in white. Now we all know how much I love to buy my multiples, so I'll probably get the Speedy 30 in white maybe, or Maryland in white, I don't know. But I definitely need a white multicolor bag. Let me know down in the comments what you guys think I should get. And until then, I will see you in the next video. All right, you guys have a good week, stay safe, and I'll see you then. Bye-bye.